What up, y'all? Hey, okay, yeah, okay. What up, y'all? Sorry that I am late. I did not factor in um having to go live on so many devices. I need to find a system that will allow me to go live on one platform that would stream it to multiple platforms at a time, so that it was streaming to Facebook, that was streaming to Instagram and all the other kind of stuff. I need to find that one platform. Um, but yeah, good morning, everybody. I'm excited to start this new series about discussing seasonal depression. So make sure y'all join me every Thursday. I think I may come live on Thursday on Thanksgiving. I'm not necessarily sure. It just may be a little. Yeah, I'm gonna come live. I'll go live on Thanksgiving as well, but it'll probably be earlier in the morning. I don't know. We'll figure out a time the closer we get there, okay? But what's up, you guys? For those of you that do not know who I am, my name is Danielle Bailey, and I am a licensed clinical social worker, board-approved clinical social supervisor here in the great state of Louisiana. Baby, these titles are these licensing can get you tripped up. But long story short, straight to the point, I know my shit. Period. Okay, so that's all you kind of like need to know. I'm licensed. I know what I'm talking about. So, nonetheless, I want to talk about seasonal depression today, but the textbook term is called seasonal affect disorder. So, for those of my therapists who are out there who are listening and who are looking and like, Danielle, like that's not what that's called, okay? But for normal terminology, seasonal depression, because a lot of people understand that, right? So I want to come on here and I want to talk about what that is and what that looks like. Can I first start by saying depression is not a choice? I seen somebody else put that on Facebook yesterday where they was like, depression is a choice. Depression is not a choice. First of all, depression is a chemical imbalance. Let's talk about that. So it's a medical disorder. It's not a choice. I could slap somebody down if they say it's a choice. If you believe that depression is a choice, please unfollow me because it is not a choice. Trust me, if people could choose not to be depressed, they would choose not to be depressed. It's not like they're walking around here for the most part. Okay. 99% of people are not walking around here choosing to be depressed. It just happens. Okay. So it's just the course that we'll deal with. Period. It's the thorn in our flesh for our Bible scholars. Okay, it's the thorn in our flesh that we got to carry around, and there's nothing wrong with acknowledging the fact that you are struggling with something. That's what makes us human. That's what makes God's grace sufficient enough for us. I ain't gonna too much get into that because then I'll be preaching. That ain't what I'm here for today. I'm here to educate you on what is seasonal depression, what does it look like, and things of that nature. So this is going to be a 4-part series. We're going to come back every Thursday and we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to handle seasonal depression. So first of all, we need to we not diagnose. We need to talk about what it is. And so basically seasonal depression or seasonal affect disorder is it happens when the season changes. So it usually happens in the later fall when it starts to get cold, when it starts to get dark early. So here are some of the symptoms that you may be facing. So some of the symptoms are feeling of sadness, lack of energy, lack of interest in things that you're usually doing, oversleeping, weight gain, sometimes weight loss, and things of that nature. So it's like really and truly where it affects your mood because of the season changing. And so that's why when the spring comes, a lot of more people are happier because it's light outside, it's kind of hot, it's bright. So when the season changes for the fall, it gets dark, it gets cold. Sometimes you have more body aches too. Your knees start hurting, arthritis starts setting in. We get to that point to where we can't get up and just run. Okay, we got to really and truly say, ah, ah. We got to exercise that leg before we get out the bed in the morning time, or we got to, exercise, stretch that muscle in the back. So, like, yes, these are body aches too, also can be symptoms of depression. Okay, so like it's a lot of things that makes up what it is. And so with the season changes, because with the season change, we do know our grandmothers used to talk about, like, the arthritis and stuff like that is acting up. And so when pain in itself, pain pain can cause two things. Pain can cause you to have depression, and it also can cause you to have anxiety when you are in severe pain. Okay, so like that does, pain, constant pain also affects your mood too. I think that sometimes we think it doesn't, but it really does. I can't tell you how much pain actually does affect your mood too as well. All right, so that is what seasonal depression is, basically, in a nutshell. So if you find yourself being more sad, if you find yourself being more in the funk, if you find yourself doing being all of that negative, you find yourself being a little bit more negative Nancy, Debbie Downer. Like, if you find yourself being that a little bit more during this season, give yourself grace, first of all, period. Give yourself grace so that you can navigate through this period as well. So how can we, Danielle, how can we do with how can we cope with this seasonal depression, not anxiety, but seasonal depression? So I want to give y'all some tips. I want to give you two tips on today. All right, so number one, well, I'm gonna give you three. Bet this right here. If y'all don't know what this is, please say it with me. Emotional will. Okay, we gonna use this little tool every Thursday, because I need to make sure y'all get it. Okay, this is super important. Again, if you don't know how you feel, you can't fight it. Okay, you cannot fight something that you don't know. So it's super important for you, if you're feeling some type of way that you cannot describe it, please, by all means, look at this emotional wheel. I'm going to put it in the comment section of every live that I'm going to be on, so that way that you can find it. Right, so it's a wheel. It's called the emotional wheel. And inside, you're able to, usually it's three wheels, right? You got one, two, three. So usually you're able to identify how you feel right here with this, and then you go out to the second one, and then you go out to the third one. So that's how you use it. So today I am feeling, how am I feeling today? Let's look at the emotional wheel. So the ones on the inside: happy, surprised, bad, fearful, disgusted, sad. So today I'm feeling rather happy, or whatever. So if I go to the second wheel, there is playful, content, interested, proud, accepted, powerful, peaceful, trusting, optimistic. I would say that I'm feeling content. All right. So this is how you start using them. And then if I go outside content a little bit more, what is the other two? Free and joyful. So I started off by saying I feel happy, right? But if I go out to a little bit more, my true feelings are free and content. How I feel? Hold on, let me see. Free, yeah, free and joyful. I'm sorry. So those are the true definitions. So that's a little bit different than me saying I feel I feel happy. Like, I feel free. I feel content. I feel joyful. That's how I really feel today, and I'm able to describe that to you upon how you're feeling. So this right here, the emotional wheel, baby. You know what? When I get, damn, I'm sorry, y'all. I just got an idea. When I get a little bit of money, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do this, but every package, anything that you start receiving from me as a whole, I'm gonna put this in there. Okay, like, I got to figure out how I can really and truly print this in the smaller size. Anything that you order from me, not this time, but moving forward, you're going to receive this, because this is how important this is to me. First, you got to understand how you feel. Okay, if we don't understand how we feel, then how are we able to address it, right? So this the emotional will. So that's first thing. that we're going to do every week. We're going to figure out how we're feeling, right? So, number two, the second tip that I want to give y'all for how to deal with, depression and anxiety. I keep saying anxiety too, but you can use this for your anxiety too, child. But the second thing is music. Okay, like I cannot tell you how important music is, and please listen to this when I say music, because in my post I said that you're gonna have homework. Yes, this right here is serious. We're going to come here every week, and every week you're going to leave with some homework. When therapy, we give you homework so that way that we can understand that you actually grasp what we talked about. So this is not psychotherapy. This is not psychotherapy. Let me say that. By all means, this does not substitute. Let me give y'all my disclaimer because I don't want to get in trouble. This does not substitute a session with a licensed therapy. What I'm doing is providing you with psychoeducation. I'm educating you on depression, seasonal depression, and I'm educating you on some things that you can do to cope with it. So, number one is music. Music has the ability to change our mood without us thinking. That's why y'all heard of the Gracie's Corner, the little bop. Tell me what the sounds of the letter make. So like everybody is wondering like why that song is so catchy and how people love it, because it is a bop. It is the beat, and especially as being African American, the drums, the drum beat is like implanted in us because that's how our ancestors communicated. So when you are going through this right here and you're feeling depressed and you feeling down, put on some music. Put on some upbeat music. I know a lot of time we like to put on our worship music and stuff like that, but sometimes the worship music, the slow dragging worship music, that's not what we need. We need some Kirk Franklin stomp. We need a little bit Ty Tribbett. We may need that. If gospel is your thing, upbeat. When you're feeling down and low, do not put on no do not give myself away. Don't put that on, baby, because then you might start getting suicidal ideation. Shit, God, give myself away. No, we need some upbeat, something that can really change your mood, that can make you start feeling better. And also, so if you're not gospel, if gospel is a tad bit, like not your speed, or you're just not feeling gospel today, get you some upbeat rap music. Sometimes I be feeling like I'm in a trap or something like that. Don't listen to Kevin Gates though, because Kevin Gates is depressed. I mean, God, no. So like, you don't need to listen to it. That's another thing. When you listen to music, please don't put on sad music, or please don't put on lyrics that are depressing. Some of Kevin Gates' lyrics are depressing. Some of Kevin Gates' lyrics are suicidal. Okay? We don't need that. So we need something that's upbeat, that's positive, like Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mills. I feel like I'd be going to the trap sometime. Or, even some Zydeco. And this past week, I know I've been listening to like a lot of Zydeco. This past last week, one, I knew I was going somewhere with my friend that Sunday. But Zydeco for me has a special place because when I usually hear it, also when you hear music or when you hear your favorite, it sometimes take you back to a good time. So for me, when I hear Zydeco music, I'm thinking about Trailwise, I'm thinking about outside, I'm thinking about just being free and stuff like that. So these types of music and stuff like that, it really does do something for you. So it kind of take you back to a good time. It take you back to good memories. So that's why music is so important. So we got Zydeco, we got Bounce. If you're from Louisiana, make sure, I got that gin in my system. Somebody gonna be my victim. Like Big Frida is my jam. Like, I'll be up in here trying to twerk and movement, okay? Let's talk about that, how important movement is during this time too as well. That's why Bounce, again, Like when we talk about as being African American people, when we talk about music and how it's embedded in us from our ancestral ancestors and stuff like that, to the beat of the drum and things like that. That's why it's sometimes it's so hard for us to sit still when a good beat is coming. It's because our body is programmed to move. Like when you start moving, joy is released. Like especially when you get so caught up. So it's super important. Listen to some upbeat music. Listen to some New Orleans bounce. Um, Zydeco, all of those different types of things that could really and truly help you. Also, make sure you have the lyrics. Make sure you know the lyrics, and the lyrics are not depressing because rappers, like I said earlier, Kevin Gates' music is depressing sometimes. Kevin Gates and Rod Wade, like when you start hearing people being known as sad rappers, like when you're actually feeling your own depression, you may not want to listen to them at that time. Okay, so we got music. Music is going to help us get up and move, and movement is important. And then one of the last things that I want to talk about is speak. Open your mouth. Okay, when you are really and truly going through um your depression and stuff like that, you have to open your mouth. You have to start speaking positive things over yourself. Speak life, if you want to say that. I know if you're Christian, when we start talking about speaking life and things like that, really open up your mouth and be intentional about what you say. you know, oh my God, I'm just so down, I'm just so out. Like, I get that, but be intentional, open your mouth. Although I may feel this way, I know that things are going to get better. Even if you don't believe it, sometimes you got to keep saying it until you believe it. Okay, so really and truly open up your mouth, speaking over your day. We're going to have a good day. Like, I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to have even if you got to say that over and over, keep saying that over and over. I'm going to have a good day today. I'm going to have a good day. I'm not going to allow this to overcome me. I'm not going to do that. Okay, like really and truly speak it. Open your mouth. And lastly, the last thing that I want to talk about, enjoy the journey. I tell my clients this all the time, and they be like, how the Danielle, I be getting cussed out too. I ain't gonna even hold you. They be like, Danielle, how the fuck I'm supposed to enjoy this? I'm sad. I'm depressed. How I'm going through. Even though we be sad and even though we are depressed, there are still good moments in life. Even if it's a day. And when we are going through this, enjoy the highs to the fullest. Be intentional. I mean, my friend was talking about that this weekend on our way to go see Chris. I'm following her ass. We almost 2 hours away to go and find Chris Edward. However you say his last name. I'm trying to be supportive of her. Going to follow him. He almost 2 hours away. But we like when I say we just was laughing, we were talking, she was excited, like that's her favorite artist. And like in that moment, even though it was only for about a couple of hours, probably about, well, we drove 2 hours almost to get there, so probably about 6 hours out of our day, enjoy that moment. And I remember me and her talking about like we have to enjoy the highs when we have them because the lows can be so low. And I was like, I think that when we are intentional about enjoying the highs of our life is what helps us get through the lows. you know the memories of the highs is what help us get through the low moments. So that's why it's so important that when you are having a good day, to really and truly, I mean, enjoy that good day. Don't think about, oh, tomorrow I'm going to be depressed, or oh, I'm going to do that. No, today I am up, I am going. I'm up. I'm cleaning. I'm up. I'm able to, like whatever it is that you're able to do when you are up, enjoy it to the fullest because the low moments, inevitably, they're going to come. But when you enjoy them high moments, enjoy this journey, find the good in everything, because there is good. Oh, I may be sick, but shit, I got up today. I may be hurting, but you know, the bill got paid today. I may be out of work. I may ain't got no money. Yeah, come on, D. See, I'm talking to myself right now, okay? I may not have no money, but today, these lights on. Okay? Like, that's the only way that we can make it through life. Like, I can honestly say our parents didn't necessarily do a good job of teaching us about shit think how things gonna get rough because they tried to shield us from it. And I think that this is so important again when we're talking about our children, that you do it. I know we try to hide, we don't want our children to see us like this, or we don't want to expose our children to the bad side of the things that are going on. But I think that we are doing a disservice when we do not expose them to a little bit of it, so that we can show them how we are making it through it. Because then they become adults, and then they become us. Like, damn, my mom ain't tell me nothing about this, or nobody ever really told me about this. Ain't nobody tell me this how life gonna be. So when you don't expose them to this, when you don't expose them to this, you don't teach them how to deal with it. So now they're out there lost, just like we are. We are out here trying to figure this shit out, and we like, no, this can't. We start saying this can't be what life is about. This can't be what life is supposed to. No, we can't. No, this can't be. So if you expose them to shit, life gonna get rough, but this is how you deal with it, they'll be a better adult. They will be a better adult. So that is seasonal depression, or in textbook terms, seasonal affect disorder, SAD. All right. So, do anybody have any questions, concerns, um, comments? She said, Louisiana vibes all day. Yes, emotional intelligence is super important. That's what I'm out here trying to teach y'all. If y'all don't know anything by tuning into these lives and all of this and that or whatever that I'm going to do for the rest of the week, I am trying to teach everybody emotional intelligence. I'm trying to teach you how to do that. And so for y'all homework, oh, come on, because I said I was going to give y'all some homework, right? Come on. Homework is for every day until we meet again on Thursday. I want y'all to, in the morning time, I want y'all to play upbeat music. Especially if you get up in the morning time and you don't listen to any music, or you listen to the news. If you wake up in the morning time and you turn in CNN, I need you to turn that off. Don't don't let that be playing while you getting dressed. No. No. In the morning time, I want you to wake up and I want you to play some type of upbeat music, whether it's worship music or whether it's some type of rap music or whether it's Zydeco. Mine would probably be Zydeco, because I did that this morning. I was like, come on, girl. Come. I need to learn how to Zydeco and everything. But from now until next week, wake up in the morning time, play some upbeat music, get ready, get the kids out, and go from there. And then your home, so that's your homework, play upbeat music. And once you get home, or once you get like your day started or somewhere during the day, I want you to write about how that made you feel this morning. Okay? So we are trying to track, we're trying to get some baselines going on in therapy. I know I'm psychoeducation. In therapy, we usually monitor, we usually track. So we need a baseline. So that's why I'm telling you, write down how you feel. If you didn't feel different, okay. If you felt, whatever it is, did you feel happy? Don't pressure yourself to feel like I should feel happy because it's what Danielle said. No, tell me how you really felt after you listen to the upbeat music. Because first is going to change. You need to change up the monotony of your day. That's super important too. All right. So that's our homework. from now until next week. Get up in the morning time, turn on some positive, upbeat music. You know, if you're gonna be getting to the bag, make sure you play some music that's gonna be getting to the bag. All right, Dreams and Nightmare by Meek Mill is probably mine. Rich Bitch from the South by Lotto. That's something that I'll try to put in on because I mean, that's my joint. That's my jam. Okay, so yeah, that's all I have for y'all. Like I said, if y'all got any questions, hit me up. Let me know. All right, ain't get no questions. Yeah, see what she say. What we got? What we got? Ride wave. Oh, somebody said ride wave make me tired. Hey, you ain't lying, sis. Why? Oh, ride wave. He is just him and Gates. They depressed. Him and Gates need. I think Gates is coming out of his depression, maybe or whatever. But Rod Wave, he definitely need therapy. I should be his therapy. We need to do a collab on therapy can help too. Absolutely, Miss Key. If you have a friend it's cookies. Yes. Oh yeah. Let's see. All right, the tree leaves fall off. All right, y'all. So that's all I have for y'all beautiful people on today. Y'all make sure y'all get y'all some merch tomorrow. The Revolution of the Black Woman will be televised. Sweaters will be going on sale tomorrow. Sweaters and hoodies. So I'm excited about it. So nonetheless, love you and bye.